Well, after so many sessions, I know you guys are all bored of, because you've been hearing about technology and all of it. Now, I'm going to try to make this again interactive as my previous panelist, now Sajeev, did. So typically, I'm trying to give a practitioner's view on how enterprise security can be extended, even though your boundaries are not fixed, because today we know that business needs the applications, the ID workloads in no time. And then it's not always possible to use your so-called your data center, which is on-premise, to use all of it, right? So just a quick raise of hands. How many of you guys have faced when a business guy comes and says, I need that particular application in the SaaS model? How many of you guys have faced that? Wow. Frequently. Great. How many times have you, where the business comes and tells you, this is exactly what I need, right? And then as an IT team, you just have to execute the order. How many times? Yeah? Great. So typically in such scenarios, what do? I mean, business has identified an application and then we are always in a hurry to get it implemented. So what really happens in such a scenario? I think I'm going to pick up a lot of such use cases, on how we have handled as an organization, how I've handled as a overall, lead of this particular domain, just to ensure that. So first of all, I'm sure a lot of us use the public cloud, right? So how many of us feel that the public cloud security is good enough? Obviously, it is good, but how many of us feel that public cloud security is good enough and we can completely rely on them? We have implemented all the native controls. We have implemented encryption out there using the native HSM module. We store the keys in the native HSM module. We have implemented the NACLs. We have implemented the network segregations, the separate VLANs and all of it. But how many of us feel that now that is enough? Now, how many of us also feel that security out there is completely the responsibility of the cloud service provider? You don't? Okay. So what do you believe? It's a shared responsibility model? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to present, depends what services you have taken, whether it is an IaaS, it is a PaaS, or it's a SaaS. Okay. How many of you feel that if it's a SaaS service, there is no role of a security team member? Or there's no role of a security team? Huh? I see some faces laughing, but guys, please share your experience. I think I want to make it a little more interactive. Yeah? Okay. Let me just talk about it. Well, what I personally believe is security always extends. So wherever your data goes, security has to go with it, right? So in today's environment, there are only two constants, your identity and your data. If you are able to manage both of them well in the complex environment of hosting, putting it with a third-party service provider, or you now managing the entire piece, right? I think you have done your job. But then how do you do it? So I'm trying to talk about a couple of basic fundamentals about zero trust authentication. I'm also going to talk about how does the on-premise data security translate into so-called the cloud model, where it's a shared responsibility model, right? And how we should, or how one should look at it. Again, there is no right or wrong answer. It again depends on how you view the risk, how you view the challenge around it, and what is exactly your organization requiring it at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, if you're not able to serve your business teams in a predefined time, now that initiative will never be appreciated, right? Now do we agree? Yeah? Can we have really long cycles of validating security controls and then probably we miss the bus, right? No, we cannot.